Look at this gorgeous fountain in this equally gorgeous courtyard just off the breakfast room of this hotel. This hotel is really nice. This is so pretty. There we go. And we're back in the car. After a lovely stay at this hotel, this La Quinta Inn in North Platte, Nebraska. Have the phenomenon of ramp closed when flashing. Thankfully, it is not currently flashing.
And there's what the Nebraska State Patrol looks like.
Yeah, somebody's been pulled over.
Well, he's probably just checking on this semi that's sitting here.
Yeah, okay. We are back on the road. How many hours is it to Denver?
It says 3 hours and 39 minutes according to iOS Maps there.
Okay. So the first leg of our adventure today won't take so long.
Well, and the second leg is only about 6 hours of driving, if that.
Okay.
We're doing less driving today,
Okay.
and it's broken up into 2 chunks
Right.
with
A
hockey game in the middle.
Hockey game in the middle. About which Jason is very happy.
Actually, here it is, right here.
Yep.
There's the gate. So they can close the highway in a few sections.
Which you don't see that in Illinois.
No, I don't know what it's for. I mean, I would think, well, maybe it's because of flooding. Well, except this is supposedly the worst flooding in 50 years in the state. So it's not a typical thing that would cause that much infrastructure to already exist.
Right. I wonder if it's because Nebraska's kind of like in the center of the country. And there's like a lot of military here. Like this interstate system was designed for military, right? Like maybe there's defense, like national defense reasons. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
That would be more interesting than anything I'd come up with.
Well, the first time we saw that was near that, military, what was it, a museum?
Yeah, that was a museum.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are military facilities in Nebraska.
Yeah. Yeah, North Platte was nice. We had dinner last night at, what was it, Runza?
Yeah.
Runza. Yeah, that was crazy in that we get there.
Apparently this is native Nebraska food.
Yeah, so we get there and it's this beef and cabbage, like loose meat sandwich. And you can get all sorts of stuff on it. I think I had a cheeseburger Runza, which had, cheese and pickles and ketchup and all that stuff on it. And then you had a Philly steak.
I had a Philly steak, yeah. So it had grilled peppers and grilled onions in it. That was good. I mean, I have had better Philly sandwiches, but I've had Philly sandwiches in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So yes.
You've also had Philly sandwiches that were much worse.
I have, in fact.
Mine was pretty good, though. I wish I had said no onions. I didn't realize there were onions on it, but And there was this guy.
You talk about the guy?
Oh my gosh, this guy. Okay, so we're standing in this restaurant.
We're indecisive.
We're indecisive because this is native Nebraskan food and we are not native Nebraskans. And we've never been to Nebraska before, so we're standing here like, what do we get, George? What do we get?
Well, and the employee there who had the air of the manager type.
Yeah.
Asks, do we know what we want? No, we're trying to decide. We've We've never been here before. We've never set foot in Nebraska before.
Right.
We're reading what's on the wall. And then she turns to walk away. And he's going to ask more questions like, well, can I help you with this? Because customer service in Nebraska is very good.
Yes, very good. At least in North Platte.
And I had to grab her and turn her around and say, no, the employee is talking to you.
Yeah, because I was curious about how big the Runza is, because obviously photos are enlarged to show detail and blah, blah, blah. And so I go to ask this guy about how big the Runza is, and this other guy comes up. It's this old white-haired guy, like really skinny, like white-haired guy. And he's like standing next to Jason.
It's like Jack LaLanne except taller.
Yeah, and he's got this like long sleeve black t-shirt on and this gold chain.
Really, like Jack LaLanne except taller.
Yeah, and he's standing next
Taller
to Jason.
Than me.
He's standing next to Jason, like right up next to Jason. Like, dude, have you heard of personal space? Oh, you have to try the Runza. Yeah, you have to try it. I'm like, okay, dude. All right, chill. And so
you come to Nebraska, you have to try it. That was the thing. It was the fact that we were in Nebraska and therefore we have to have this.
So I mean, they had other stuff there, like they had hamburgers and a fish sandwich that actually looked pretty good. But I wasn't sure about fish sandwiches. Sometimes fish sandwiches can be awesome and sometimes they can be bad. And so far I haven't found a good one. But anyway, yeah, so we order our Runzas, and I got a side salad and the stuff, and we're sitting, we're eating. And then this guy comes back again to ask us how we liked the Runza. The dude doesn't even work there. And it's just like, and again, he comes like right up by Jason, and it's like, dude, have you heard of personal space? Please respect my husband's personal space. Good grief. And the thing was, like, he didn't give me creepy vibes. Like, he didn't give me, vibes like he was being creepy or being weird. But he was just in your space. Like, it was, I can understand being friendly, and I can understand wanting to be up, near people and be friendly to people. But, dude, we don't know you. So, back up about a foot, eh? But yeah, we had our Runzas, and then Jason ordered a chili salad. So okay, I gotta mention this, because the chili salad is basically what you'd expect. It's a salad with chili on it, and tortilla strips and cheese, and stuff like this. And I looked at it. I had a bite of the salad. It tastes exactly like Wendy's, like what Wendy's tries to pass off as a taco salad, or used to, like way back in the day. And I actually really liked those salads from Wendy's back in the day.
Except the Runza chili is milder.
Yeah.
Than the Wendy's chili.
Which actually I thought made it taste better.
Well, you would, yes. Yeah. And I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
So I think you would like the Runza chili.
Yeah.
Because it
was more milder than I expected.
Milder than I expected. It was good.
So yeah, we kind of have this.
And there was a lot of spinach in that salad.
There was a lot of spinach in it. There was a lot of spinach in my side salad, which I was actually happy about.
Which is another thing that caters to you, because you like a lot of spinach.
I do not like iceberg lettuce. So let me just rant about this for a second. I do not like iceberg lettuce because it is basically vegetable water. It has no flavor. It's just crunchy water. If you're gonna make me a salad, or you're gonna give me a salad, I'm gonna pay for a salad. Give me actual greens, please. Give me, baby spinach. I love spinach salads. But give me actual, like, mixed greens, please.
So from that standpoint, the salads at Runza were
great,
impressive. Yes.
I mean, there was iceberg lettuce in it, but it wasn't dominated by iceberg lettuce.
No, it was definitely a mix of, I think there was some radicchio in it.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a lot of spinach.
And they diced the tomatoes, which was nice. Many times you get a salad from a place, and you either get sliced tomatoes or you get like whole like grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, and it's like, no, dice the tomatoes, please. They're easier to eat that way. I realized between this and yesterday's cheese rant, I'm very, very picky when it comes to food.
It's fine. It's fine.
There's another rest area.
That's another rest area. Hey, 28 miles to the one after that.
Oh, wow.
Just spacing them out a bit.
I kind of wish now we'd started counting them.
Well, I'm sure we can go on to the Nebraska Department of Roads or the Nebraska Department of Transportation or whoever runs this road and count them. You know, find a map.
Count them all.
Because they run. I mean, say this is 28 miles. They're spacing them out, and that sounds like a joke, but it's really not.
But yeah, it's not that much of a joke.
Yeah, actually this one's closed.
Oh, for repairs.
Well, I don't know if it's closed for repairs, but it's definitely closed. But
well, I saw a couple of them that said they were closed for repairs when I was looking at their 511 website.
Now, if they're gonna be closing them intermittently, then it kind of makes sense to have one every 25 miles.
Right. But yeah, there's so many rest areas, whereas you don't see that many rest areas on interstates in Illinois.
No, Illinois, you're gonna have a rest area maybe every 65 miles.
And I think Michigan's a bit more frequent than that. Maybe not. Maybe it's closer to.
And here you see about 3 in that space.
Yeah.
Also, another thing in Nebraska that I observed yesterday, every exit on this expressway tells you how far it is to the next exit.
Yeah.
Even if it's like 3 miles, 5 miles, 6 miles. This one's 13.
Yeah.
And the sign was back there. It wasn't on that side.
Yeah.
But this was 13, which is somewhat unusual.
Yeah.
But I found it strange when it's like, next exit, wait, 3 miles? Because if I see a sign like that in Illinois, it's 14 miles, 21 miles.
It's a ways.
We're warning you that you're not going to see anything for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I kept seeing comments from people on my Facebook yesterday. Oh, you're in Nebraska? You're going through Nebraska? Oh no, flooding! Yeah, and it's like we're on I-80 and we have seen nothing on the roadway.
I have a friend who was a dear friend of mine in high school who actually is a native Nebraskan, and I got to set foot in Nebraska yesterday, and so that's the person I most wanted to tell that. I was like, entering Mountain Time Zone.
Ding.
Okay, we just changed time zone.
Okay.
My phone hasn't changed yet.
Car hasn't changed yet.
Yes, but we have officially changed time zone according to the signage that we just saw.
So technically it's now 7:36 again.
Right. So it's 7. We're at 7:37 local time right now. Apple Maps pegs our arrival at 10:51.
Okay.
Our arrival to a park and ride in Denver.
Yes,
because that's the station. That's where I set our destination to. So we're gonna park the car at this really nice looking park and ride that I've seen pictures of in Denver. And when I first mentioned on Twitter that I was considering going to this game, I got the attention of the RTD because I'm a transit geek.
Yes, Jason is very much a transit geek.
So I got the attention of the RTD, and they're like, "Well, you can take a train to Pepsi Center. We have these various train lines, and you can find remote parking." And so I started looking at their park and rides, and there's a park and ride that's called the I-25 and Broadway park and ride lot. And I looked at it, I said, "Ooh, this one looks nice." And I commented back to the RTD, I said, hey, this I-25 and Broadway Park and Ride looks nice. They said, oh yeah, that's a really good one. And it's Sunday, so it probably won't be very crowded. And here's the train that goes right from there to Pepsi Center. So it's like, yeah, okay.
I think that's another rest area, isn't it?
Yep.
Is this one closed too? I can't tell.
Yeah, I don't think this one is closed. Oh, and then next rest area is 71 miles.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right then.
So.
Well, how much is left in the state? I mean,
133.
yeah.
Because 80 goes to Cheyenne, which is in far southeastern
I showed a
Wyoming.
map.
Yeah, 80 is the line that goes straight to Cheyenne. And then there's a split off with 76. I've been on Interstate 76, but not the western section. I've been on the eastern section of 76. Because the Pennsylvania Turnpike is 76.
Oh. I've never been to Pennsylvania, so.
How's that?
That's the question.
What is our current altitude?
It appears you're at 3,336 feet.
Okay.
I would not have guessed that our altitude was anywhere near that high. Apparently, we have been steadily climbing since leaving.
What, Iowa?
Well, our altitude in Illinois, our altitude at home is, I think, about 746 feet. So, yeah, I honestly hadn't noticed the massive increase in altitude. And I was kind of worried that we were going to get into Colorado and it was going to be, all right, you got to go from 1,000 to 5,000. But no, we've got to go from 3,300 to 5,300. Because, yeah, Denver's altitude is
A
lot. It's about 1,600 meters. There's a row of seats in the baseball stadium in Denver that is at 5,280 feet of altitude. They put in a row of, I think, purple seats at Coors Field to mark where 5,280 feet is.
Did I mention the guy in the U of I shirt yet?
No.
That I saw in the hotel? Okay, so I'm having breakfast in the hotel. I was actually done eating. I was going to go outside. And I see this guy there, and he's wearing a University of Illinois shirt. And, you know, being from Illinois, I pointed out his shirt. I said, hey, I like your shirt. And he said, thanks. It's the most expensive t-shirt I have because I have 2 kids going to college there. And I laughed. And I said, you from Illinois? And he says, yeah, I'm from Chicago area. I said, I'm from Champaign. And he laughs. And I was like, yeah, we're both in Nebraska. This is interesting. You know, you don't expect to find another Illinoisan in Nebraska randomly, that you know, someone isn't someone you already know.
So this green sign here points out that the next exit is for Interstate 76
To Denver.
And that is the exit we want. We want to get off of 80. Many thanks to Interstate 80. It's been lovely since the Quad Cities.
Yeah. We've been on 80 a long time.
We've been on 80 a long time.
I think actually, I don't know that I've spent more time on any single interstate than I've spent on 80 this trip. Because I don't think I've taken this long of a road trip ever, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, this is a left exit for 76. 76 south. Why is it signed south? It's 76. It should be signed west.
76 South
76
Denver.
South Denver. And here's the exit. And we are now on Interstate 76. Begin Interstate 76. Mile marker 2.
Mile marker 2. Yeah, there it is.
Well, and 76 is going to be numbered, even if it's south, it's going to be numbered from the southern boundary, which means we are 2 miles from the Colorado border.
Woo!
That gantry, but that gantry is in Colorado.
Ah. Yeah, here we go. And state of Colorado.
Sedgwick County, Colorado. Ding.
Sorts of information.
And now it is West 76. So only Nebraska is stupid about that. And notice Interstate Colorado 76.
Yeah. Colorado road conditions. Call 511. Okay, that's what that says.
This looks different.
Yeah. This looks like elevation.
This looks different. Mile marker 183, and we're going 177 miles, which means 76 ends in Denver.
Wow. 76 is not very long.
No.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, look at it on the map here. 76 is not very long. Because it goes from here
Right.
to there.
Well, I was
And
thinking
that's
it might continue, but no, that's 25 goes south, and that's 70 that's going west through the state.
More information. Rest area, 2 miles.
So 76 connects Colorado, connects Denver with Nebraska, and is an interstate highway, is a true interstate highway because it did go into Nebraska. What is this? What is this?
Dunno. It looked like...
Looked like a crossing. Here's another one.
Zoom into this. Yeah, I see another one.
What is this?
Oh, I bet I know what it is.
I can't read the signs.
Yeah, we can't read the signs because the signs are facing the other way. But I'm willing to bet you...
Wait a minute.
Yeah. What does it say?
Well, no, that's as high winds possible. Those are temporary signs.
Temporary signs for what?
Probably for closing the road.
Oh.
All vehicles must exit. Yes. There, you can turn those, and you can close this road. Just like in Nebraska. They could bring the gates down and close the road.
Huh. All right then. Yeah, you never see this in Illinois.
Well, in Colorado, I'm not surprised you see it. In Nebraska, I was. In Colorado, I'm not.
Because livestock?
No,
Or animals?
because snow and seasonal roads. I mean, not that Interstate 76 in Colorado should really be a seasonal road, but I mean, these things happen at elevation that
Well, maybe that's why
you have to close roads.
Because we didn't see those until we got close to North Platte in Nebraska.
Not to close the whole road. We did see in Lincoln though on 34 that they could close the ramps.
Yeah. I feel like I seem like I smell manure. Of course, there's ag going on around this way, nothing but hills. Look forward, nothing but road. Look this way, nothing but hills and husband.
Yeah, it looks barren in a way that we're not used to.
Right. I mean, even in the less densely populated areas of Illinois, you have fields.
Yeah, they're not
fields.
barren. You want an elevation check?
Yeah.
What is our current elevation?
Looks like you're at 3,817 feet.
Not at 4,000 yet.
But we are about 500 higher than we were. I feel like I can feel it. Maybe that's just...
No, that's not... No.
Okay. If you look in the far distance, I asked Jason, I said, is that smoke or is that a mountain? I think it's neither. I think it's actually a cloud. Yeah, it's a little too round to be a mountain. I think it's actually more of a cloud. I don't think it's smoke. Because if it were smoke, it'd be trailing up higher into the sky, I think. I think the coloring and the irregularity makes it seem like that's a cloud.
Yeah, I think you may be right. But again, I'm looking up above what appears to be the horizon, and I'm seeing a line for a long way off to the left. I'm thinking that I'm looking at land over there.
Well, maybe the land is further away and the cloud is closer.
Yeah, it could be too.
Optical illusions. Okay, that definitely looks like a cloud of some sort. Though it's hard to tell. And then these lines over here that Jason thought might be, land, tops of land in the horizon. I think it's just long skinny clouds, but because the horizon is so hazy here, it's hard to tell. Descriptive.
And age.
Yes. Oh, I think I might have gotten that in the video, but that overpass said brush with an exclamation point. Okay. It's probably steam then. Because
some kind of plant over
which is why it's not dissipating as quickly, because smoke will dissipate, steam does not so much, because it's heavier. It's vapor.
there. Bicycles keep far right. Why are there bicycles on an interstate highway?
Yeah, we saw that when we were getting on from Sterling.
Oh man.
Well, apparently it's not against the law to be a bicycle on an interstate highway in
Colorado.
So, Jason just checked our mileage on Trip A. We have now officially gone over 1,000 miles, and we are over 35,000 miles on our car. And we just got over 34,000 miles earlier this week, so we've gone over 1,000 miles in 2 days, which is just mind-boggling to me. Off into the distance, there be mountains. Yes, see, right ahead.
Yeah.
We believe that these are not clouds or production steam. I think these
No.
are actually mountains.
That definitely looks like land.
Snow-capped, obviously, because mountains. That's part of why that game became a thing. It's like, wait a minute, is it a cloud? Is it steam? Is it smoke? Or is it snow-capped land? We don't know.
What is our current elevation?
Looks like you're at 4,762 feet.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not used to that.
and neither am I. Neither am I. snow-capped mountains like this in my life. This is just amazing.
I see the sign for Colorado Boulevard, and it immediately makes me think of a little old lady from Pasadena. Even though we're not in Pasadena, we're in Colorado.
We're in Colorado, not California.
She's the tear of Colorado Boulevard. Yeah, see, this is like in Nebraska. The green sign that just says junction and a big old interstate shield.